I would like to know, before I get into the story, where is the Stop Asian Hate crowd? You know, it's so crazy. I've done a few stories on the quote unquote Asian community in the last couple of days. You know, I did one on that, those women down in Virginia Beach running that prostitution ring disguised as a parlor. I did a video on those three guys, part of that reckless tiger gang who took out Brandon White because he testified against him. And now we have another one right here where you have this Chinese man, and on the left is his Nigerian ex-girlfriend who he took out, who he deleted because she rejected him. Let's go ahead and get into it. It was posted September 19, 2022 on Next Shark. Geng Quanrong, and I'm guessing that's how you pronounce his name, age 47, reportedly confessed to deleting Ummukulsum Buhari in her shared home in Jambulo Quarters, Kano State on Friday night. Local reports point to heartbreak as the motive behind the crime. Buhari allegedly broke her promise to marry Geng and wed another man instead, who later divorced her. Buhari's mother, who was at home with her two younger sisters, witnessed the crime. He, as in the Chinese man, always comes around wanting to see her, and she has been refusing. This time when he came, he kept knocking on the door. When I was fed up of him hitting the door loudly, I opened the door and he pushed me aside and got in and started stabbing her with a knife, the grieving parent told the Daily Trust. Buhari's mother screamed for help, but it was raining at the time and the neighbors could not immediately hear her. Eventually, one man got through the window and brought Geng out. A mob then formed and chased Geng, but Buhari's own brother, Khalid, stopped them from attacking him. Geng was ultimately taken to the police. I don't know why the brother stopped them from doing it, considering he just brutally attacked and took out your sister. A house helper for Geng claimed that her boss had shown signs of depression prior to the murder. She recalled him telling her and his security guard not to come to work the following day. He called me that I shouldn't come to work the next day, and I later learned that he had also called a security guard and told him the same thing. It was in the morning that I saw his picture on social media that he had been involved in a murder case. The helper, who also described Geng, who runs a textile business, as a jovial person who kept a low profile. He has never been hostile to me or to anyone that I know, she added. The Chinese Business Community Association of Nigeria, led by Mike Zhang, condemned Buhari's murder. The Chinese community in Kano is fully in support of the law taking its proper course, Zhang said in a statement. Geng is now under investigation for murder. So as you can see, this happened across the pond in looks like Nigeria, and it is in Nigeria. That is wild right there. All because she rejected him and didn't want to get married to him and wanted to get in with and marry another man. And I'm not surprised by this, because there's always been this stereotype when it comes to Asian men that, well, we'll just stick with Chinese for the sake of this video, have a tendency to be very violent in domestic cases when it comes to their spouses and with their women. There has to be a reason as to why she did not want to get married to this man. And we can see it in the behavior, in the manner in which he took matters into his own hands and took her out. And then he did it by stabbing her to death. I always feel like if you like stab somebody, there's always a even more level of intensity there versus if you say shoot them. Because, you know, when you stab somebody, that's really close range. You have to be close by and up on that person in order to do it. Now, I wonder how many times he stabbed her, because I wouldn't be surprised if it was more than 10 times, because it sounds like one of the crimes of passion type of things. After all, they said he banged on the door and got in and pushed the mother aside and then went straight to her. Like he had his eyes set on the target and she was that target, all because she rejected him. It also gives me incel vibes too. Like, you know, some Elliot Rodgers type stuff. And how ironic, because Elliot Rodgers, wasn't he half Asian himself? But like I said, there's always been a stereotype that Asian men have a tendency to beat their spouses. That's why I wanted to know, was there some kind of domestic abuse going on in that relationship that made her not want to be with him anymore. And then it says that he is 47. Now, she looks relatively much younger than he does. She almost looked like she could be around my age. But then, then again, looks can be deceiving. She could be older than me, but she definitely doesn't look like she's the same age as him based on these pictures. Now, he actually kind of looks his age, but she looks way younger. So my thing is, was it a controlling kind of relationship? It's a possibility. It is a strong possibility. It's a sad situation at the same time. But here we have yet again an individual of Asian descent, or Chinese descent, who was Chinese, acting a fool. Now, this happened across the pond. This happened in Nigeria. But still, that's still not going to stop us from saying where's Stop Asian Hate at. Granted, we know it's relegated more so to the States, but still, where's Stop Asian Hate at? And it's crazy because I got tagged in this story, and they also tagged one of those Asian hate pages, or one of those anti-Asian hate pages, or whatever it is, that is really a disguise for trying to make it seem like black people are the ones doing all this attacking. Now, like I said, I did 3 stories so far, including this one. With that Asian, that parlor, they're not talking about how those women were using that parlor to prostitute and pimp out these young girls, because a lot of them probably were young girls and women, to these men. But they didn't talk about those 3 Asian gang members who took out that black guy for testifying against them. And they probably not going to talk about this Asian man taking out his ex because she didn't want to get back with him. It's amazing what they choose to gloss over. So we have I guess you could say, an Asian on Asian crime going on with the prostitution. You have Asian on black violence going on with the gang members. And now you have Asian on black violence, Nigerian in diaspora violence going on domestically. And they are deafeningly quiet, but we are not surprised. But I just wanted to bring this story to y'all. I can't wait to see what you have to say about this down in the comment section below. Hit that subscribe button and hit that bell twice to be notified. If the bell for some reason is not working, I upload my videos in a Premiere style format, which means you can click the notify me button in the thumbnail, and you should be notified when I get ready to premiere the video. The links will be down in the description. I'll talk to you in the next one.